Sir, K2, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, all. Welcome to second year, first semester, second year,
Morning, sir.
CSC students. So, welcome all you to second year classwork. So, I am going to teach you computer-oriented statistical methods. Myself, Dr. Someshwar Siddhi, Associate Professor.
ज़्यादा बंद करो.
So, here you are going to learn computer-oriented statistical methods. Right. So, here in this topic, you have course objective as well as course outcomes. So coming to the course objectives, the theory of probability and probability distributions of single and multiple random variables, the sampling theory and test of hypothesis and making inferences. Next one is stochastic process and Markov chains. So this is the objective here. So what you are going to learn. So after this, after learning this one, you are going to get the knowledge on, right? That is, apply the concepts of probability and distributions to some case studies, right? So here, what is probability and what is the probability distributions for some cases, right? So for different case studies, you are going to learn what is the probability distribution. And similarly, correlate the material of one unit to the material in other units. Means, so there is a relation between these 5 units. So what you are going to learn in COSM, so that will be interrelated with all units. So you need to relate all the formulas or mathematical notations what you are going to learn. So you need to relate all those ones, right? So that you are going to learn how to correlate between the material. And the next one is resolve the potential misconceptions and hazards in each topic of study, right? So that is here. So there may be some misconceptions and hazards, that is difficulties you may arise when solving problems, right? So you are going to solve one problem by using one method, but it may not be possible to solve that problem by using that method. In that case, you need to go or search for another method, right? So why we are unable to solve by using that one, so that you have to know from the basics, right? So in some cases, what I want to say is, so in some cases, for some problems you may not get the solution by using that technique. In that case, you need to search for another technique. So that also we are going to learn from here, right? So now coming to the units what we are going to cover here, the topics what we are going to cover here is, first one is probability, right? So here you can see the topics what you are going to learn here: sample space, events, counting sample points, probability of an event, additive rules, conditional probability, independence, and product rule, base rule, random variables, and probability distribution. I said na probability distribution. So that distributions you are going to learn here. Concept of random variable. What is random variable, right? So what is the discrete probability and the continuous probability distributions and the statistical independence. Now coming to the second unit, this is mathematical expectation. So here, mean of a random variable, variance and covariance of random variables, means and variances of linear combination of random variables, Chebyshev theorem. Here you can observe that we are discussing about random variables, right? random variables, all concepts. Next one is discrete probability distribution, introduction and motivation, binomial distribution, geometrical distribution, and Poisson distribution, right? So there are some discrete probability distributions. So those what we are going to learn here, binomial, geometrical, and Poisson distribution, right? If time permits, we will learn more apart from this one. Now coming to unit 3, continuous probability distributions. So after discrete probability, you have continuous probability distribution. That is continuous uniform distributions. You have that is like normal distribution, areas under normal curve, applications of normal distribution, and approximation to binomial, gamma, exponential distribution, right? And similarly, next you have sampling distribution, means, and the central limit theorem, sampling distribution of S2, T distribution, and you are going to learn F distribution also. Coming to the fourth unit, this is estimation and test of hypothesis. So here, introduction, statistical inference, classical methods of estimation, tolerance limits, and estimating a proportion for single mean, difference of means, maximum likelihood estimation, statistical hypothesis. Here you are going to learn general concepts, testing a statistical hypothesis, test concerning to single mean and two means, single proportion, two proportions. So that you are going to learn, right? So that estimating, we need to estimate as well as we need to find the test of hypothesis, whether the given hypothesis is true or not, right? Now coming to the fifth unit, so stochastic process and Markov chains. Introduction to stochastic process, Markov process, transition probability matrix, first order and higher order Markov process, n-step transition probabilities, Markov chain, steady state condition, and Markov analysis. So this is the topics under fifth unit. So all these are our chapters and topics that we are going to learn, and the suggested textbooks are, so these are the suggested textbooks: Probability and Statistics for Engineers and Scientists, 9th edition. And you can see one more textbook, Fundamentals of Mathematical Statistics by Khanna publication. And next one is Operations Research, S.D. Sharma, Ramnath publisher, Meerut. So these are the 3 textbooks for suggestion. And you can see the reference books here: Probability and Statistics for Engineers, Fundamentals of Probability and Statistics for Engineers, and one more book by Sheridan Ross, Probability and Statistics for Engineers and Scientists. Right. So all these are, you can see, this is the syllabus. And now if we come to one minute. So this is what our syllabus, CYSM. Coming to the unit. So as I said, this is the syllabus. Second year first sem. Computer oriented statistical methods, and your code is MA 303 BS.
Sir, will you share the PDF with all of us?
Yes, yes. Yeah. Now coming to our first unit, we request all the students so to make a running notes. So coming to the first unit, that is probability. So there are great mathematicians who discussed about the probability in their theory. You can see the Galileo from Italian mathematician who attempted about a quantitative measure of probability while discussing about gambling rule. So there is a problem with gambling rule. And you can see the French mathematicians Pascal and Fermat. They given the foundation for mathematical theory of probability. And you can see the Russian mathematicians. So all these are given some theory related to this probability, right? So here, coming to the topic. So if an experiment is repeated, we come across two types of situations, right? So we are doing some experiment here. So here, see that one. The net result, what is generally known as outcome, is unique or certain, right? The net result, the result what we are expecting from a result is known as outcome. What we are saying, that is the outcome here, and that is unique or certain. Here we have two possibilities. Let's see the second possibility. The net result is not unique but maybe one of the several possible outcomes. This is not unique here but maybe from the several possible outcomes. So here there is an experiment, the result is known as outcome. So this is the definition here, outcome. So from an experiment, after an experiment, the result you are going to get is called outcome. And there are two types of outcomes. First one is unique or certain. Second one is not unique but maybe from one of the several possible outcomes, right? So means when you are tossing a coin, so what is your outcomes? That may be head or tail, right? So here this is not unique. The answer is not unique. The outcome is not unique, but it is from the several possible outcomes. That is head or tail, any one of them, right? So in this way, we can classify an experiment into two situations. So here the first one is called deterministic or predictable. Deterministic or predictable. Second one is known as probabilistic or unpredictable. You can see here the example. If r is the radius of the sphere, then you have some value here 4/3 pi r cube, so which is deterministic. That is unique value you are going to obtain by giving the radius value to this sphere, right? So you are going to get a value that is unique, that is not going to change. Similarly, if you see the another example, by looking at the sky, one is not sure whether the rain comes or not. We cannot predict it, right? So this is probabilistic, or we can say unpredictable. In such cases, we talk of chances or probability, which can be taken as a quantitative measure of certainty, right? So as I told you, so there are two types of situations. So one is deterministic and the second one is probabilistic. So that again I am going to explain you the same words. So that is experiment. An experiment is any physical action or process, right? So example is tossing a coin. So we have two types of experiments, deterministic or predictable, and the second one is probabilistic or unpredictable. So what is deterministic? First one, as we discussed, an experiment is called deterministic experiment if the result can be predicted with certainty certainly prior to the performance of the experiment. That is, throwing a stone upwards where it is known that the stone will definitely fall to the ground due to the force of gravitation. You know that one, that will comes down again. So that is a deterministic one. And coming to the random experiment and the probabilistic experiment. So an experiment is called random experiment if when the result is not unique but maybe one of the several possible outcomes. What is the example? Tossing a coin. When you are tossing a coin, so there may be a chance of getting a head or a tail, right? So in this case, so this tossing a coin comes under random experiment, right? So these are the two types of experiments. First one is deterministic experiment and the second one is random experiment. So now coming to the outcome or event. Outcome or event is a result of the experiment. Example, in tossing a coin, getting a head or tail is an event or outcome. In tossing a coin, getting a head or tail is an event or outcome, right? So when you are tossing a coin, there may be a outcome, right? So that outcome is called event. Okay, so the result output is called outcome or event. Next one is a sample space. The collection of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called sample space. Collection of all possible outcomes. When you are tossing a coin, what is your collection? So you are going to get a head or tail. So those two comes under a sample space S. That is denoted by capital S, and your outcome is S equal to, right, H and T, head and tail. So these are the sample space when you are tossing a coin. So you can see here, E1 is an event, 135 is the event of getting an odd number when throwing a die.
Someshwar sir, can you hear me? Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt you, sir.
Yeah,
Strictly inform the students, sir, to keep their roll numbers only, sir.
Sure,
Names
sure.
are not entertained, sir, because this screenshot attendance will be sent to JNTUH.
Okay.
So don't allow the names, sir.
Sure. Thank you, madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir. So here, what is the example? You are taking E1, that is 135, is the event of getting an odd number when throwing a die is an event, right? So here, what you are taking? Event of getting an odd number. Similarly, you can take event of getting a even number. Then what is your result? What is your event? 2, 4, and 6. Right? So 2, 4, and 6 you will get. So that is event of getting a even number when throwing a die. The union of two events is the event that consists of all outcomes that are contained in either of the two events. The union of two events, how we are writing E1 or E2. Otherwise, you can write E1 union E2, E1 union E2. Similarly, you can write the intersection for these two events. If two events is an event that consists of all outcomes that are contained in both of the two events. So if it is repeated in two events, then you can write them in intersection. That is E1 intersection E2, E1 and E2. Complement of an event in a sample space is the set of outcomes in the sample space that are not in the event, that you can write E complement, that are we can write as E complement, right? So that is the definition about complement. So here what are the definitions you learned? Two two types of situations. So those are deterministic and probabilistic. And next one is what is the random experiment and what is the outcome, what is the sample space, and what are the combinations what we are taking here: union, intersection, and complement. So these are the topics. And next, coming to the set theoretical expression. So these are some expressions used in the events. So I request all the students so to make a note of it. All the students start writing this one. Set theoretical expressions. Let E1, E2, E3 be the three events in a sample space S associated with a random experiment. Let E1 complement, E2 complement, E3 complement be the complement events. As I said, so there are complements for the events. So E1 complement, E2 complement, and E3 complement. So take a table. I request all the students to make a note of it. So there are 7 events. Start writing. So what are the events you are going to learn here? Only E1 happens. There are 3 events here: E1, E2, E3. So only E1 happens. In that case, you can take the intersection of E1, E2 complement, and E3 complement. But all the 3 events, E1, E2, E3 happen. So here 3 events are happened. Then in this case, what you have to write? Intersection of these three events, E1, E2. None of the 3 events happen. None of the 3 events happen. Means E1 complement, intersection E2 complement, intersection E3 complement. That you can write as E1 union E2 union E3 complement. Next one. E1 and E2 happen but not E3.
Sir, can you zoom in? Can you zoom?
E1 and E2 happen but not E3. So in this case, E1 intersection E2 intersection E3 complement. At least one of the three events happen, that is E1 union E2 union E3. At least one of the three events happen. That's at least two of the three events happen, that is union of intersections, that is E1 intersection E2 union E2 intersection E3 union E3 intersection E1. The last combination what we are writing is exactly one event happen. So that we are writing as union of intersections, that is E1 with E2 complement, E3 complement. Next one is E1 complement, E2 and E3 complement. And last one is intersection of E1 complement, E2 complement and E3. So this is about how the expressions you need to write for combination of events with their complements. Right. So this is about today's class. So you gain knowledge on what are the types of experiments, and the outcome of an experiment is known as event or outcome. And here you have two types of experiments. One is deterministic and second one is undeterministic. And you have random experiment and the sample space and the combination of events you learned here. So this is all about today's class.